UFC 317 has just been partially leaked. We do have the answer, but partially, because we don't know who we're actually getting at 317, okay? But I'm here to give you the two opponents that are going to be fighting, or should I say that three opponents that are going to be most likely fighting at 317. I want to start off by playing a clip of the UFC 315 press conference that just happened today. This is Dana White speaking, just in case you don't know who that is.
Just lastly for Dana, Ilia did an interview a few minutes ago where he said the winner of this fight is going to determine whether he fights Islam Makhachev or Charles Oliveira on International Fight Week. Can you confirm that that's the stakes attached to this main event too?
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts right now, and yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I see what up. Boys. We're either getting Ilia versus Islam Makhachev if Belal wins, or we're getting Ilia or Charles Oliveira if Belal loses. Now, this is a very... You know what? Before I get into the details of what I think about this, I'm actually going to show you a clip of that same press conference of Della Maddalena talking about the backup fighter of Ian Garry, the backup fighter of this fight. So let's just play the 11-second clip real quick.
You tempted by the M&Ms at all? I don't think that's actually Ian's son.
Ooh, man. I'm telling you, bro. If JDM loses, we might see a JDM versus Ian Garry fight. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. That's kind of... Look, it's crazy. I'm going to play this entire clip. And it's it's kind of awkward because not Ian Garry, but the crowd actually didn't even react to this. They didn't even like clap for this or anything. They have no reaction. It was kind of awkward. Look.
You tempted by the M&Ms at all? I don't think that's actually Ian's son. And I don't like M&Ms. Thank you, Jack. Best of luck.
Yo, that's so awkward, bro. And the reaction, and the crowd gave no reaction, which it was so weird, bro. When I was hearing this live, I heard it and I was like, wait. I was literally so confused when he said that, because it was so awkward. But I mean, he just said that Ian Garry's kid is actually not his kid. That's kind of disrespectful. Now, I want to talk about, or not, let's move on, right? How does this affect Islam Makhachev, right? Because Belal Muhammad, he's basically holding a piece of Islam Makhachev's legacy on his hand. And I'm not even over-exaggerating on this, because I want you to think about something, right? If Islam Makhachev has to fight Ilia because Belal Muhammad won, right? How do you think it affects his legacy? Because I want you guys to think about something. What do you think is better? An Ilia fight, right? You're defending your belt and defend it against Ilia, or becoming double champ? I mean, is that even a question? Of course, getting another belt in another weight division does more for you than defending it against a featherweight. Of course. Like, it's not even because of a featherweight. Even if it wasn't a featherweight. Even if it wasn't, becoming a champ in another weight division is still better. And that's just the reality of it. And look, to be honest, I'm neutral. And I'm neutral right now, because I wouldn't mind seeing Ilia versus Islam Makhachev, because that's going to be good for the UFC. Because the UFC hasn't been getting so many good fights lately. And I would love to see that super fight. That fight is a super fight. Those two are just brimming with confidence. This is gonna be, bro, I'm telling you, now that I'm thinking, the longer I'm thinking and talking about this fight, the more I want to see it. And it's true, it is a super fight, man, and that's just what it is. But the thing is, for Islam Makhachev fans that are thinking about his legacy, that's also part of why they don't want to see the Ilia fight. That's the part of people saying, the Islam Makhachev fans, keep in mind, that they're saying that Ilia does not deserve a title shot, because they want to see Islam Makhachev become a champ on another weight division. And again, like I said, I'm neutral, because I see both sides. I am an Islam Makhachev fan, and it's very, very hard for me to like. I don't even know how to say this because I am comfortable with both outcomes. I really, really am. And you know what's crazy? I can still see him succeeding in both outcomes. He can still beat Ilia Topuria. He can still beat Arman Tsarukyan and then move up for his last fight. But I don't think the UFC is going to do that. For his last fight, for him to become a champion in another weight division, it's very hard because they will know he's going to be retiring after that fight. I don't know if the UFC would allow that. And that's why maybe the Islam Makhachev fans are worried, because if he fights Ilia, then he has to finish the fight with Arman Tsarukyan. And I don't know if they're still going to give Arman Tsarukyan, after the Ilia fight, the cold shoulder. Because, you know, the UFC really, really hates Arman Tsarukyan as of right now, because obviously he pulled out 24 hours before the fight. So I don't know if Arman Tsarukyan is still in the mix, to be honest, because the UFC absolutely despises him. And I'm not even mad at Arman Tsarukyan. I still think he deserves a shot after Ilia Topuria. And I still think he deserves the shot, if not as equal, more than Ilia Topuria, because he is the number one contender. He was supposed to be fighting. He just got injured. He didn't pull out because he was scared. No, he actually got injured, and we can't deny that. But again, this is a freaking super fight that a lot of people want to see, man. A lot of people want to see, because these two fighters are basically undefeated. I know Islam Makhachev lost by KO a while ago, but let's be real. The people, what the people see is that these two are undefeated, and that's what they're gonna see, because they don't even count this fight. They literally don't even count this fight, if we're being real. But look, I don't mind what happened Saturday night. All I know is that Belal has a lot of oh my, you know what? That just reminded me of something. Why the hell is Belal not fighting Islam Makhachev? Like, seriously. I'm pretty sure the only reason Islam Makhachev and Belal is not confirmed yet, it's because Khabib Nurmagomedov, and I'm not even kidding. Because think about it. If the UFC wanted to, they would have made Belal versus Islam Makhachev already. They would have already made it. And I'm like 99% sure the only reason is because of Khabib. If Khabib didn't have so much love for Belal because of that one training camp, we would have had Belal versus Islam Makhachev. I don't think I've seen a single clip of Islam Makhachev talking about Belal like he's like one of his best friends. He will never fight him and all this. All has been Belal's one-sided. And another thing, brother, Islam Makhachev's team is literally waiting for, they're basically preying on your downfall, right? Like, even though they don't want to do it, they have to, because Islam Makhachev wants to become a champ in your weight division. So they're literally kind of preying on your downfall, and you're still saying, oh, I don't want to fight Islam Makhachev. Seriously, brother? Bro, and this fight will be a banger too. Belal Muhammad versus Islam Makhachev will be a freaking banger. But I don't think it's going to happen. No matter how much the Islam Makhachev team prays on Belal Muhammad's downfall, I don't think it's going to happen because of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov just has too much love, I guess, for Belal. And I don't think it's going to happen in a million years. Bro, Islam Makhachev could hate Belal, and Khabib will still not make the fight happen at this point. But yeah, I don't know what to think. The community, or the MMA community, is going to be, I think it's going to be a little divided, because, again, a lot of people don't want to see Ilia Topuria get the shot. A lot of people also want to see the super fight. And me, myself, I do want to see, if I'm being completely honest, I do want to see the super fight with Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. I really do want to see it. I think Islam Makhachev still has time after he defeats Ilia Topuria, because I think that's the outcome that's going to happen. I don't think Ilia Topuria is going to be close. I'll say it right here, right now. 5/8/2025. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev will not be close. But yeah, man, I did pick JDM to beat Belal Muhammad by TKO in the 4th or 5th round. I did, bro. The closer the fight got, when I posted my prediction, that's the pick that I pick, you know, TKO 4th, 5th round. But as the fight gets closer, I'm not even kidding, I'm getting a feeling that Belal is gonna pull this off. Like, seriously. Obviously he's the champ, but I just have a feeling that he's gonna win. But look, I'm not gonna change my pick. I'm gonna stick with Jack Della Maddalena. These two hold a lot of power right now in the UFC, well, especially Belal Muhammad. Oh man, not a lot of power. Well, yeah, he kind of does have a lot of power right now because think about it. It is a super fight. It is a super fight between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, man. This is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, man, UFC 317 basically partially confirmed. Just let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section, man, because this is, we knew this was a thing, but now it's basically confirmed, right? That Islam Makhachev team was waiting for the outcome of Jack Della Maddalena versus Belal, but now it's confirmed. We know this is 100% for sure now, and yeah, we just have to wait until Saturday night. Oh man, bro, when that fight ends, there's gonna be so many freaking videos uploaded about Islam Makhachev, Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev. Or not Islam Makhachev. Well, Islam Makhachev too is going to be involved in the conversation, but Islam Makhachev versus Ilia, Ilia versus Charles, man. I'm telling you, the MMA community, it's going to feed that news. If Belal does win, it's going to feed families, that fight. It really is going to feed families, man. But look, let me know down in the comment section what you think about what, Dana White basically confirmed, because, we knew it, but he basically confirmed it. We got to make 100% sure that that's what's happening with Islam Makhachev team, that they are waiting for the, conclusion of that fight. Let me know what you think about in the comment section. What would you like to see? Would you like to see Islam, Ilia, or Ilia, Charles, and then Ilia, and Islam? Do you think he deserves it? Do you think Arman Sarukian deserves it more? Just let me know what you think down in the comment section. Make sure you guys leave a like, hit that button with the bell on, because I am going to be streaming that entire card of UFC 315. And with that being said, I'll see everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.